Okay, here we're going to look at urinary system organs, the organs involved tied in directly with the urinary system here. So starting with the basic organization of the urinary system. So we have our kidneys, which is an important component of filtering the blood. We also have the urinary bladder. And this provides temporary storage reservoir for the urine. We also have paired ureters here. The reason why they're paired because they're transporting urine from the kidneys to the bladder. And lastly, we have the urethra, which is transporting the urine from the bladder and having it excrete or go outside of the body. In addition, we also have our kidneys, which is an important component of the urinary system because it produces the urine. It has some main structures here called the renal cortex, the renal medulla, the renal pelvis, and the nephrons. I have a separate video on the nephrons, and those are the actual functional units of the kidney. This is what they look like. You may have heard of kidney beans because they have this kidney-like shape to them. Notice that there's a lot of blood vessels entering and kind of capillaries going on. That's important because this is the main site of filtration for the blood. You also have two kidneys, even though you only need one to survive. So you often hear people donating a kidney and they're still able to survive. It's because your body has kind of redundancies and backups, just giving you an indication of how important the kidney actually is. If you have two of them, in case one is to fail, your body still wants to have another that it can survive on. Quick facts about the kidneys. They filter 200 liters of blood daily, allowing toxins, metabolic waste, and excessive ions to leave the body in the urine. They're the site of the actual filter that's taking things out of the blood and inserting them into the urine so they can be excreted from the body. Approximately 1/4, or about 1,200 milliliters of systemic cardiac output flows to the kidneys each minute. So it's a pretty intense amount. That's why you have so many capillaries here and so many sites to allow this exchange to occur. All the blood in your body is filtered about 60 times a day, which means about 2.5 times every hour through your kidneys. That's why it's important for your body to help eliminate those toxins that are building up and store them in the urine so they can be excreted from the body. The urine itself, the formation of that, is if we're filtering actually the plasmas of the blood. So plasma is the majority, it's 55%. This is again occurring about 60 times a day. This is what's actually being filtered. The filtrate contains all plasma components except protein, and it loses water, nutrients, and excessive ions to become urine. Urine contains metabolic wastes that are unneeded substances. Now, based on the color of the urine can determine the degree of hydration or dehydration of an individual. If we're looking at more of that darker yellow color, it would be more dehydrated. If we're looking at that lighter yellow to almost clear color, would be a hydrated person. The color of the urine is determined mostly by the breakdown of products of the red blood cell destruction. The heme of hemoglobin is converted by the liver into water-soluble forms that can be excreted into bile and indirectly into the urine. And the yellow pigment of urine is urichrome. Now, urine contains some ammonia, which is very toxic, but as we learned in another video, that body converts it to urea, a less toxic form. And the body would rather excrete the urine in the form of the nitrogen form as urea in the urine rather than ammonia. If you have high amounts of ammonia, it will have a strong odor to it. You can see there's also other things, phosphate, chlorides, magnesium, potassium, and so on and so forth, ions as part of the urine. However, the vast majority of urine is water. Lastly, the bladder. It's the urinary bladder, collects urine from both ureters and from the kidneys. The bladder is largely retroperitoneal, which means it can hold up about 500 to 600 milliliters of urine, and this retroperitoneal allows it to be able to change sizes. So it can grow larger as more urine is being accumulated, and you have the urge to pee, and then you'll go through the sphincter muscles and release the urine and excrete that from the body, eliminating out also waste products from the body. And this is again how your body is able to filter the blood, concentrate toxins, and eliminate them from the body to avoid an excessive buildup, which can threaten the life of the individual.